through an exclusive interview. ASOT, A State of Trance.
Welcome to another 10 questions where we ask your questions that's submitted through Instagram stories to some of our favorite artists. And the guy this week here in the studio, he just performed a fantastic guest mix on the regular radio show as well, where he performed a track that he produced a day before. I don't know how he did it. Anyway, I have 10 questions for you, starting with Chill SYCR. Sometimes the names are a little bit hard. What is your favorite trance track of all time?
That's easy now.
Yeah, because you already answered it on air.
Answered it. Oh, so I can't make a mistake. So it's a track Beyond This Earth by Signum.
Okay.
He's actually also a great guy.
And in the meantime, did you already vote on vote.thestateoftrance.com?
No
because
pressure.
you have to come up with 10. You have to come up with 10.
Oh, then I need to think about what I like more. But it's okay.
Maybe it's an idea to go through your old vinyls. Do you still have vinyls at home?
No, maybe it's not such a romantic story, but the most vinyl I throw it away actually.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
I'm sorry. Of not everything, of course. My own tracks, maybe I will, have them on vinyl. But the most tracks, the most vinyl are all scratched, and you can't use them anymore. And
sometimes there's sand in the covers because you played a beach festival. And
yeah. No, so yeah, it's it was that time.
And what is your this is going to be hard, and I hate this question when people ask myself, so that's why I ask it to other people. What is your favorite trance track that you created yourself?
The Air I Breathe.
Yeah?
No.
That was easy. No.
That was easy. No, not because also because the track I still like and I still love, but that track maybe make me realize that I'm in 100% back in the trance in music. I already told people maybe as well on the State of Trance, but I think months before I almost want to quit with making music because I didn't have the feeling with my fans, and I was more negative with producing, and then
suddenly boom.
Yeah, I had a few good parties with friends. I listened to great track, especially Beyond This Earth of Signum, and on more of those tracks. And then I thought, if I get really emotional by these kind of tracks, I'm very, very stupid to quit. So that's why. And then a few days later, I went to the studio and made The Air I Breathe.
So The Air I Breathe is basically based on tracks from 2001, 2002, something like that.
Maybe it's also, if you listen good to the track, it's also very Richard Durand and even G-Spot at the time. Like a very catchy melody, maybe with warm chords in it. So it's I think it's also a signature track of myself, The Air I Breathe.
I think there's more questions about it, so we'll get more about that in just a little bit. First, the question of all questions. This is the ultimate question in life, to be honest.
Okay.
Eduardo Doom wants to know, do you like pineapple on pizza?
Oh, yes. I like.
Hey, and I finally have a pineapple, brother. Yes!
Yes, but I made a mistake. I was in Italy like years ago, and I went to a pizzeria, and I think you called it as well, pizzeria.
Yeah.
And I said, do you have a pizza Hawaii? And he was like,
he threw you out.
What is that? What's that? It's a pizza with pineapple. And almost kicked out by security. Like, no, we will not make this pizza for you. So it's not really allowed to eat pizza Hawaii or pizza pineapple.
And I know people
I
know people in the comment section are going to say, yeah, but it should be banned all over the planet. I disagree because I think it's delicious.
I like it as well.
Monk van der Rever wants to know, if you weren't a DJ, what else would you have done for a job?
Okay, then let's say I will definitely not work in music. Okay, let's make it clear. I like to. You can say, okay, we'll do master classes, but let's say something else than music. I think I would do something in teaching sports, something to kids. Maybe I like to work with kids and to teach other people things that I know. So there's not much, but
there's not much,
but I think work with other people, maybe in sports or something.
Because you have been doing music basically your whole life already, right?
Yes.
Because you touched base already a little bit with G-Spot stuff.
Yeah.
And that has... Okay, so I'll tell you, I don't know if I ever told you this.
It was already 22 years already, yes.
Yeah. So When I was a young ribbon, I used to DJ in several clubs and had 2 residencies, one in Gouda and one in Naaldwijk, in theater.
Yeah, I know.
And one time I played before you. You don't know this, and I played before you and I played after you. And I remember that you had your whole live set.
Yeah,
thing over there.
keyboards, a sequencer, drum computer and stuff. And yeah, I know.
Are you going to do that again, like a live show?
Yeah, well, there are people that does that already. Like Giuseppe is, of course, he does an amazing job with his
But
live
you
sets.
did this 22 years ago.
Yeah, but if you do it now, you still, if you do it, you want to do it good.
Yeah.
And
like you said.
I still don't think now it's a time for me to change everything and go into. I don't know. Maybe
Never say never.
never. No, never.
I would love to see it. Like when we had Giuseppe here in the studio, like you also saw Armin all the time looking like, because we're all nerds, right? So we all want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like how did you build this?
Yeah, well, it's like you can, like it's like a puzzle. You have your track. Let's say eight, like your beats, your melody, and you can do that as a puzzle, bring it live to the audience. And I think you can do that every time in a different way. So that's nice to play with, playing your own tracks live. But then I also enjoy playing. So, and yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And it saves a lot on travel costs.
Okay,
with the,
I didn't
the
say
checking
that,
in
but
luggage.
you're right. Yeah.
Mario Kaus wants to know which of your tracks was the most fun to produce.
Fun to produce.
Yeah.
Fun. What is fun? Like funny?
Well, sometimes you're in the studio, or maybe you're working with someone else, and you're just having a laugh all the time, and it turns out to be a good track, right?
Oh, that's.
I guess that's what Mario means. So.
Maybe when I did the track, what was the remix of Armin, Well, Son, for me was. He told me, you want to do a remix? Yes, okay. Here are the parts, like the ingredients of the track.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, here also the original. No, I don't want to listen to the original.
No, you did the same for me. You don't want to hear the original.
I don't want to hear the original because the first time I hear a voice, I completely immediately have an idea, and I don't want to infect it by original or someone else's idea.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was, I was getting in the studio and make the whole symphonic stuff with strings and pads, etc. And then also quite fast, sorry.
Yeah,
after an hour.
A day later. No.
Yeah, so and then I thought, this can be good, but yeah, I'm not sure, or Armin likes it, so I think I made a kind of a demo and I sent it to him. This is amazing. Then I thought, okay, it was pretty funny because I wasn't not really sure that he liked it. So that was kind of the things that you do something with your heart, you make something, and quite fast there is anything, and there is something, and this reaction I didn't expect. So that was fun for me.
Yeah. Like, you really like this? I made this in an hour. You're like, you're not supposed to like this.
No, you're not supposed. Maybe you need to start with that sentence for that.
Another question from the same guy, Mario, wants to know, what is your favorite trance breakdown?
Oh, yeah.
I would say also like the air that I breathe out.
I think as well. Well, then he needs to tell you a little story. Normally, if you do a trance track and you do loads of tracks, there become a thing like, okay, I know after 1 minute you need to do this. After 2 minutes, then the breakdown, not too long, not
the
too
same
short.
Structure all the time.
Yeah, kind of. You don't want to do it, but it's in your mind, and every time. And with the Air Breathe, I just went to the studio. I made a breakdown, and then melody came in, and then the track was finished. Not so fast, but after a few and then
hours.
Okay. And then I didn't look at time. I didn't look at how long everything was, and it was exactly the track I wanted to have. So this time I didn't think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
No rules.
No. Yeah. So it could be maybe a breakdown of 3 minutes or maybe 30 seconds. It didn't matter because this was the track.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, talking about that track, Tone Ross wants to know, can we expect a third Christina Novelli collaboration?
Working with Christina is amazing. She's an amazing singer.
Mm-hmm.
So
And writer.
And writer as well. So I think I should be crazy if I don't. And so there are not plans at the moment, but because I thought, okay, 2 years in a row, maybe it's not smart to do it.
But there's a big difference between Save Me and The Air That I Breathe, because The Air That I Breathe was already released as an instrumental, and later came the vocal. But Save Me was written together, or
kind of. I kind of produced a track with the melody, and then I checked it out in Montreal. I had a gig, and that went so good. I thought, okay, this is maybe a track I need to, write it on piano again and make new chords and stuff like that. And so the whole piano acoustic version, I produced, and then I sent it to her and say, go ahead, you can do your thing, I will do mine. And then she came, and it was spot on. So it wasn't like, okay, no, it's almost good. Can you do it again? Oh no, this. So it's that's what I like. She's good in her thing. She's a brilliant singer. After one day, that it was also
again one day.
No, for her. No, she's also worked quite fast. And the thing is, I like to work fast because I think
you need to grab that moment.
Yeah, you grab that moment. And sometimes I'm in studio and I make something, and then even I myself can be very emotional. But I know if I do this for a month, every time the same thing, I almost want to throw it away.
Yeah.
So that moment I want to capture. And so sometimes it's good that the raw version is the best. And,
Are you the kind of guy that gets out of bed 2 at night because you have a melody in your hand?
No.
Okay.
No.
You dedicate certain times for the studio?
Yeah, because I know some people are, if they produce and they let's say 4 o'clock midday, and they're really busy with a beautiful thing, they can't stop working. But for me, it's like if I stop working with a beautiful moment, then I really are motivated to go in the studio the next day, because I know, yesterday it was so amazing. And for me, it's not a problem to get in the moment quite fast if it's good.
Yeah. I heard that Eminem does the same thing. He starts at 9, and at 5, no matter if you're in the middle of a great sentence, stops. I don't know how you can do it. But I have to say, sometimes when you're in the right moment, you would just keep on going.
Yeah,
it's tempting, but it's good that you do it like that. It's a good tip.
I'm happy that it works. Else I will never see other people.
OC Geek 99 wants to know. I'd love to see Richard as a guest on Who's Fair 138. Is it something you would consider doing? Well, you just did basically. So.
No, I don't like.
no guests.
No, of course, yes.
Next question, Nadine wants to know: your melodies are the most angelic I've heard. Where do you get your inspirations from?
I think.
Do you sit behind a piano and just go?
Yeah, I just go. I can't read notes.
No.
There were no teachers in my life that learned me to how to play piano, so it's all like my own feeling. And I like classical music. I like Bach very, very, very much. So sometimes if you check that out, then you will see
the chord progressions. You're like, hey, wait a minute.
This is something maybe. I think it's. Yeah.
So classical music is basically your inspiration.
Yeah, kind of. Yes.
You give your own. Makes sense if you listen to your
there are
music.
some great producers that they also are sometimes with Ferry. Ferry Corsten is also a great producer and great melody maker actually. So and then I thought, I saw on television that he also made Ferracoccia, and I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
Come on. Then I was like, no way, again? So Ferry thumbs, thank you so much.
And your little brother. And Alex Orion makes fantastic music as well.
Yeah, Alex Orion is called Alexander, and he's a great producer as well. He's in the music maybe also for 20 years. And it's like 122 BPM. It's like progression trance, I think.
Progression house. I would say it's slow trance. Like his melodies are just like you. It's like catchy melodies. Yeah. Big fan, please.
I will tell Alex if he's not listening.
Next one. I want to know this as well. Trends Encyclopedia wants to know, any chance of G-Spot? Your G-Spot alias is going to be revived. This is your first alias, basically. You made House of Justice, Energy. Well, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Those were massive hits here in the Netherlands.
Yes, I know.
Are you going to do something like that again?
It's not
I
that
don't
I
know
don't
if
want
you
it. It's
can
not,
revive it, but
no. If I want to do it, it's not me that I'm gonna play live or DJing as G-Spot. Maybe there is a chance that I will, release some old tracks with a new, new remixes. Like Lucas and Steve and W&W did it with
House of Justice.
Yeah. So it's not, also that's not like never say never. And but yeah, maybe. But I don't think there's a future where you're gonna see me playing live or seeing me playing performing as G-Spot.
Did you ever think 20 some years ago that House of Justice would be remixed again by big EDM guys and it would appear on the radio again?
No, I didn't expect, of course. But the thing is, I remember that I was thinking at that time, how great would it be if you make a classic? So I was literally thinking, okay, if imagine I go to the studio, I make a track, and that's going to be a classic, like maybe The Air I Breathe is, whatever. And then, and now we're 20 years later, or maybe 18 years later, and then the House of Justice still is going. Yeah, that's good. That's
a good melody is a good melody.
A good melody is a good melody.
Because when you say House of Justice, I just like, it's straight away there. Yeah. It's so easy, but it's so catchy.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
Your singing skills are great, actually.
Yeah, I'm a great singer. I'll just put some... Beautiful, right?
Amen.
Last question comes from John Scad, and he wants to know what can we expect from you in the rest of 2020?
Well, I already played some new stuff. Tales of a Silhouette will be out on Outburst.
Banging tune.
Yeah, it's fun to play that, I think, in the future live. And Christian Burns, I'm doing a track with him as well. Cool. I already have some stuff to work with. Haley-Ann, of course. And some remixes. I think in a month or so will be the remix of Andrew Royale with Roxanne Emery. And, there are some other ideas that need to work out.
You keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
From 9 to 5.
9 to 5, sometimes to 4.
All right, that's it. I hope it wasn't too bad.
Thank you.
We discovered that you like pineapple on pizza, and I'm so happy about that.
I'll bring it next time.
Thank you so much, Richard Durand.
Okay, see you.
That's it for the 10 questions. Make sure to keep on following this channel. I'm going to post lots more of these kind of interviews, and see you next time. Bye-bye.